In Belarus, tens of thousands marched through the capital city of Minsk today, angered over a disputed election and the brutal police crackdown that followed. Police have freed about 2,000 people arrested during this week's demonstrations, but reports of widespread torture of those in custody are driving fresh outrage. All this as the European Union is drafting a list of people in Belarus who could face sanctions for their role in the crisis. Nick Schifrin has our story and a warning. Some of the images are graphic. You may find them disturbing.
The scars of authoritarian rule are written on Vartan Grigoryan's back and in the stitches holding together his eye.
I was told to lie down, and so I did. They started beating me. I did not resist. They took me to a police truck and beat me there as well.
He was in a group of men released from a detention facility that included 19-year-old Alexander Vilks in the green jacket. That's his mother. He'd been held for 2 days without any communication. And when he shows her the wounds inflicted inside, she can't bear it.
They treated us as if we were terrorists. They beat us very badly, mostly hitting our legs, but also across the body.
These were some darkest days in the history of modern Belarus.
Hanna Lupakova is a journalist for the independent site Outriders.
Whenever a person was transported from one place to another, that person was bitten. There were 80 people that were held there for 24 hours without food, without water, and basically they could not sleep.
Since Sunday, authorities have cracked down on massive protests that followed what they call an election stolen by Alexander Lukashenko, known as Europe's last dictator. The demonstrations are the largest since independence 30 years ago. When one protest of 10,000 reached the government building today, soldiers laid down their shields. Belarus's top security official apologized to beaten protesters. And today the protest expanded to workers at state-owned factories, the backbone of the Belarusian economy. They organized a general strike. These workers were asked to raise their hand if they voted for Lukashenko or for opposition candidate Svetlana Tikhanovskaya.
Those who were not interested in politics have suddenly understood the nature of this government, of this president. Those who were not against Lukashenko are now taking another side because of this police brutality, of this police violence.
Today, Tikhanovskaya offered a way forward.
I call on the authorities to end this and enter a dialogue. I ask the mayors of all cities to organize peaceful mass rallies.
But this is still Lukashenko's regime.
So they put me on the ground. They put a sheet over my head so I really couldn't see what was happening.
Marissa Durham is an American master's student whose boyfriend, Stas Gorlik, is a Belarusian who's been studying in the States. They weren't protesting, but police forcibly entered their apartment 2 days ago and took him away.
Stas always did everything to always make sure that I was safe no matter what. And he always took care of me. And he always knew, and the most that I want to do right now is try to protect him and help him.
Late tonight, her fear was eased. After our interview, Stas was released. And 26 years later, a president's grip on power is getting weaker. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Nick Schifrin.